Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for lunch today, I'm going to be having Chapaghetti, which is a black bean jjajangmyeon kind of noodles. In the container over there, I do have some onions, some cabbage, some bell peppers, and some Chinese roast pork that I'm going to be simmering in my Itaki Shabuki. And then closer to lunch, because it's about 45 minutes away from that, I'll add the noodles and the sauce and the vegetables that come with. And then the other part of my lunch is going to be some tangerines. So once I've got the vegetables in the pot and they've simmered for a while, I'll bring you guys back. All right, guys, so the vegetables have been simmering for a little while. So I'm going to add in the black bean powder. I know it looks like dirt. And I had already added the vegetable powder that comes with, or the vegetable packet, and I had some gochugaru, which is the red pepper powder that Koreans use. I added a little bit of that, and now I'm going to add the noodles and let that simmer and cool down for just a little bit, just so that my lunch isn't too hot. And because there's tons of vegetables and noodles, I'm actually going to split up half for today and then half for tomorrow. So I'll bring you guys back when I'm about to eat lunch. All right, guys, so that's the jjajangmyeon, or the Chapaghetti, however you know it, completed. The noodles are still a bit underdone, but I prefer a chewier noodle over a soggy noodle. The Korean noodles I find tend to not get as soggy as like ramen noodles, but still, it's going to be sitting for a little bit anyway. Tomorrow it's going to definitely be mushier, I think, but that's fine. But like I said, I'm going to put half of that in the container that I carried the vegetables in, and then the other half I'm going to put on this plate here. It is one of those paper plates that are porous, and so I cover it with foil paper because the water gets on the cover, and that way I don't get water all over my desk. And then when I put something liquidy on there, like I will be doing today, then it doesn't seep through the bottom of the plate. But I will show you what this looks like once I'm actually ready for lunch. Hi guys, lunch for today, Monday, November 9th, to think about the month, is Chapaghetti, which is jjajangmyeon, and this is a Korean version of a Chinese dish. It is a black bean noodle. The taste is very earthy. I don't know how else to explain it, but it is a black bean powder, and I've got in here the noodles, the powder, and the vegetables that come with the powder. But then from home I brought some cabbage, some onions, some bell peppers, and a few slices of Chinese roast pork. This is half the serving there. The other half I'm going to have tomorrow, although I do have some plans on how to zhuzh that up. Although I don't know if I'll be using any of my Itakis to do that. And I've added some French fried onions and some seaweed strips. And then for breakfast today I had just my Yeti of coffee, and the Yeti is just the thermos that I bring the coffee in. And that's lunch and breakfast for today. If you're interested in how I put this together, check out the corresponding video that'll be up on my YouTube channel. I'll see you guys at lunch tomorrow. All right guys, so as you can see, lunch is done. And to be perfectly honest, I don't know if I like Chapaghetti. I don't know if I like the black bean noodles, because there is a taste to it. I don't know if there's a bitterness or something, but there is something about it that I'm not sure that I like, but I'm not sure that I don't. Now that I'm having it again tomorrow, yeah, I'm a glutton for punishment, but also it was way too much to eat in one sitting. And this I just wiped out with a paper towel, and then I will transport this home to clean. I've already talked about that a number of times. It definitely cooks up nicely. All total, I used the high function on here because there's a high-low setting to bring the water up to boil, and then when it was up to boil I turned it down to low. I cooked the vegetables for a good 5 minutes. I don't mind if any of my vegetables are crunchy or soggy or anywhere in between. I just wanted them to be heated through but because I also knew that I would be adding the noodles, I knew there'd be extra cooking time. The noodles I cooked for probably 2 or 3 minutes, less than you would normally. But again, I like my noodles with a bit of a chew. Tomorrow, I'm assuming they're going to be soggy, but that's fine. I do have an idea of something to supplement the lunch to make it taste a little different. I think if I added some gochujang, then I could have changed up the taste. Although to be honest, I didn't need to use the black bean powder. I could have just flavored this with gochujang, the red pepper paste, and gochugaru, and just had that. But I did want to try the chapaghetti. It definitely does taste better with the vegetables and the meat. The only way I've ever had this before was just plain, just chapaghetti, just the noodles. And then I've had the version from Parasite where you're using beef and the nigiri and the chapaghetti, and honestly that one is just a spicier version of this. I didn't know that I liked it any better. But yeah, that was lunch for today. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next Itaki video. Bye.